Let's dive in for a little late night swim in the sea of absurdity. We're going to get a next 72 hours collective portal report here and just see what we can find out there on the ether that will be affecting our reality as this weekend rolls out. And I don't know, let's see what's coming in here, collective. It should be interesting. There's some interesting energy out there right now. I'm sure you've been picking up on it. It's like it's got vibes of things moving into greater expansion and more possibilities opening up. But as we're entering into that expansion, there's like this contraction energy coming through too. So sure, that can be contractions in the form of the birth of a new beginning, right? The birth of a new opening where you once didn't see any possibility for some new kind of you. But it also can be like very contractive, closed in sort of energy that wants to hold back that growth too. I'm feeling sort of that push pull in the energy signature. Push pull in the energy signature, and you don't have enough spoons. You can't remedy this situation anymore. There's something you're wanting to leave behind, something that's kept you in a very contracted state, something that's kept you in the process of the birthing pains. It's like, can we just clear the waterway already? Can we get to the new beginning? Why do we have to keep revisiting the pain of the process? Ooh, interesting. Okay, diving in with a little arcane BS, bottom of the deck here. Yeah, you know, there's something that's painful of the sting of getting caught with our hand in the honey pot and reaching for some kind of sweetness, but maybe just missing the mark in some way. Missing the mark in some way, feeling a little bit exposed, or there's somebody's feeling a little bit exposed by a community. They just wanted a little sweetness, man. They didn't mean to get caught in the act there, okay? Somebody may have been tempting fate a little bit here, might be getting exposed, might be a bit uncomfortable, you know? Oh, it's Madame Rufflebonnet thrown in reverse. Well, what do you know? Oh, Madame Rufflebonnet looks like she's gotten caught up. She's coming out in reverse. She's been butting her nose in everybody's business for quite a while, but now she's getting caught up. Not so fun when you're on the other side of those accusations, is it, Madame Rufflebonnet? Okay, let's see what's going on with this. So some kind of pesky troublemaker is getting caught, trying to get a little sweet reward for themselves. They didn't think they'd get caught in the act, but they are. They're not going to get a clean getaway. That's what I see here. Okay, we got random clip art coming in with the coffin full of tacos, full of snakes. These are clandestine, compromising connections. Something that's been kept in the crypt for too long is about to worm its way out with that building energy leading up to that Sagittarian full moon. There's a lot of secrets that are about to be revealed. There's a lot of stuff that's about to be put on display that at one time was sort of considered done, dusted. This has been put way underground. Somebody may have tried to bury this. Somebody may have tried to hide this, but now all the secrets are spilling out. And it definitely does have this vibe of deals done under the light of the moon, deals done in the dark, but now somebody's goose is cooked because what they thought they suppressed, what they thought they buried, what they thought was hidden has been caught by a community, has been caught by a certain network of people. There's some kind of exposure here. Somebody was, you know, caught with their hands in the honey pot. That's what I got. And bottom of the deck here, random clip art. I don't know why I'm getting this sort of like copy paste kind of energy, like, you know, piecing together something, pawning it off is like, this is mine. It gets this person like some kind of sweet reward when really they're just like copy and pasting, like they're just taking a little bit of this person's work, a little bit of that person's work, a little bit from you over there, and they're presenting it as their own, but it's not. This could be some kind of creative theft, okay? This could be coming through. There could be something that's going on online in relation to this, okay? Somebody's trying to get their hands on the bag. Somebody wants a sweet reward. Yeah, this could be something getting complicated too on a network, okay? This could have something to do with some kind of online activity. All right, let's see what this is about. Madam Rufflebonnet, you know, that's why you don't want to put your nose where it don't belong, because you sniff around too much into other people's business and soon their troubles become your own. I feel like somebody's gotten themselves in quite a mess because they didn't know when to stop, kind of like treading into others' territory here. Now they found themselves in the snake den, all right? It's a little complicated. Something's coming to a head with this, with the waxing energy of the moon. Ooh. Whatever they built for themselves here, they built it on the back of another. And I do feel like the tables are about to turn here. King Fancy is about to lose the keys to the kingdom. Like something's coming to an end here. Something's coming to an end. They thought they knew the way forward here, but they're going to find that future that they'd envisioned when they hatched this harebrained scheme with Madam Rufflebonnet here. This looks like a dynamic duo. Looks like Madam Rufflebonnet may have gotten King Fancy caught up. Guilt by association. She's just too much in everybody's business. And then it's like it compromised the security of something they were working on in a clandestine way. Could have been doing some kind of work online, right? There also could be some kind of like other clandestine arrangements here. This could be a little bit of business got too complicated because it got connected with finding a little pleasure too, you know? And then the next thing you know, it's like these people are very interconnected with other people. Like this is some community where everybody knows each other. And news travels fast, and there's a lot of snakes in the grass, and they all have their own, you know, desires and their own needs they want met, and they will be very quick to throw each other under the bus if it means they can get a level up. I do feel like where something was taken unfairly through a misuse of power, somebody's getting screwed. And it could be because they were seeking some kind of insight or guidance from Madam Rufflebonnet here, who went to sort of like, you know, sniff out the scene, you know, get the information King Fancy here wanted. And in doing so, ironically, sort of caused something that was buried, something that was done, dusted, to spring back to life, to regenerate. Because it roused suspicion when somebody was like, pressing too much, poking their nose into others' business too much, you know. It caused people to take a second look at something I got. And so something that was laid to rest is cropping up again. And this is not turning out the way they thought, okay? Future not found. You moved in error there, all right? It looks like Madam Rufflebonnet is sort of being made an example of. King Fancy might be blaming Madam Rufflebonnet for what he stands to lose at this time. He could be losing assets. He could be losing something he built from the ground up. He could be losing a home. Whoever this is, I feel like, man, they are really going to hold their ground here with the sword hoarder. They're ready to face off with this energy. They are standing their ground. Nobody's going to pull funny business with this character here. Right? We got Emperor energy coming in, armed with a whole lot of truth and ready to use it to state their case here. I see it. Look at all those swords. I do feel like somebody tried to sabotage this person, knock them out of their spot. Thought that they were going to switch something up on a position who already was in like a very strong position, already in a position of power, thought that they could dupe them in some way. I don't think this is going to work out. successfully. Somebody here is really holding their ground very, very strongly, and it's coming through as Aries energy. All right. We got some Scorpio reference here with this like hand of death coming to take away the kingdom. With the sun there, that's given some Leo energy on the scene as well. Okay. Got a lot of Scorpio reference with the serpent energy coming in. It is showing that there's some situation here that is going through a radical transformation, right? And it has something to do with hidden connections coming to light. Hidden connections that it's like everything is coming up and out. Something buried is resurfacing. Yeah, and it's not the victory cup that was hoping for, you know? Not with that gross cup there. There's something here that's really tainted. An offer is tainted. An emotional offer is tainted because of the secrets coming out around it. Somebody's true intentions for being so friendly or being so warm, you know, are really being revealed here. There's ulterior motives. There's secrets here. There's secrets here. There's a lot of deception too. This lady around Mount Rufflebonnet. What is this? Oof, the Frodis. Look at that. This definitely could have been something that was done online that was hidden, okay, but it's not protected anymore. I see it very strongly here. Somebody had an agenda. They were really trying to get in charge of somebody's, it feels like network. That's what I got. Like somebody was doing snooping online. Somebody was tampering with stuff online. This is something that's been going on for a while. It's a real like difficult energy to clean up too. I feel like there may have been some effort made to try to clean this up. This could have been like trying to like clear out certain connections, trying to hide certain network connections, okay? This could be files, like things that have been suppressed, buried, hidden. No, not for long. It's all coming out and out. It's all coming out and out. Not even up and out and out. There might be like somebody being ousted from a position, you know? Somebody's being ousted from a position. I feel like it's the sword hoarder here who's armed with all kinds of truth. It's taking a stand here. It looks like whoever this character is, they're taking a real strong position. They've seen through some kind of illusion here. They've seen through some kind of deception. They dug deeper. They found a trail. That's what I got. There's something about intimate connections here too that's factoring into this situation. Madam Rufflebonnet's the one who's getting caught up. This person who's been really nosy, being a busybody in other people's business. She might have breached certain security firewalls too. Like she might have been really like digging way deeper than she had any business digging. She could have been put up to it by King Fancy here. I see that, you know. Madam Rufflebonnet may be the one taking a fall for what was built off the back of the work she did for King Fancy here. You know, I don't think King Fancy understands that their hands aren't clean in this. It's like there's something that connects them to this because they're losing something here. I see it. It's coming to an end. It's coming to an end. Give me more details about this. With the Frodis there, this is big energy. This could even be something that's going on a more like public scale. Okay, with the Frodis, that's maybe the exposure of a public figure. This could be the exposure of, you know, some secret society kind of stuff coming in there, you know, like getting a chance to peer beyond the veil, see the wizard at the helm who's orchestrating things here. But I feel like somebody got in over their head. That's what I kind of got with Madame Rufflebonnet here, might be made an example out of. They just got a little too curious. And you know what they say? Curiosity killed the cat, but I don't think satisfaction is, I don't think satisfaction's bringing it back, because this person's getting caught up here. But whoever they're connected to is also getting exposed. It's sort of like there's a lot of connections here. There's like a whole network of people here that are being exposed because of this character getting a little too curious and, you know, crossing boundary lines and snooping around in territory they shouldn't have. It's like it's implicated them in something. I see there's like an emperor energy that really has this in charge. I don't know. This person may even have like some kind of investigative skills, or they may be working, you know, as a secret agent. It could be. It could be. Yeah, they know the history of something and they dug deep here. They dug deep with that pterodactyl medicine, man. This person holds a lot of knowledge and they are in a position of power. Well, Rhubarb Tony here. You look at him at first glance, you wouldn't think that about him. You might underestimate him. You might just think he's like any other guy. He's not. He's not. He has quite a bit of knowledge and he's looked into the roots of a matter and he's traced something here and he's found like a network of people. And actually somebody here led him right to it. Old Madame Rufflebonnet from sticking her nose in everybody's business here. She actually not only exposed herself and is getting herself caught up with this network of people, but all of this is being exposed. And this has something to do with actually, you know, with King Fancy here. I get that this is like somebody who has like some kind of affluence, some kind of power, some kind of strong standing here. Somebody who's got a fair amount of wealth. There's like, they're losing something really big here. And it does got those vibes, like secret society. Like this is like much higher powers being outed here. It's like the balance of power is being toppled over. There's some really corrupt people that are taking a fall here. They're getting caught. They're getting caught here. That's what I feel. This is something that it's funny because it's like, it's almost like somebody really green, you know, getting themselves roped in with some really like high profile figures here, like treading into territory where they weren't really aware what they were entering into when they started digging around. They were in sort of like search of what really amounts to nothing but meaningless garbage, right? And in the process, they're getting caught. They're getting caught like a bandit. They're getting caught slipping here. Oof. This is like somebody stepped in something they never should have stepped in. They never should have stepped in. And they wish that they could do anything to distance themselves from this at this point, okay? I don't know, I got something about like, you know, gaining some access to, you know, someone's cloud information here. It's like, it's got big like online World Wide Web network stuff going on here. Something that's been going on for a while actually. And it's like, it's bumbled by somebody sniffing around in business they had no business looking into in the first place. And whoever this is being made an example out of. I think by King Fancy. I think King Fancy's going to throw this Madame Rufflebonnet under the bus here because they know they stand to lose something real big here. It might be something like, I'll offer this person up. Somebody might be taking the fall for something that they didn't really know what they were getting into. It's kind of how it's coming through. I believe there is like a lot of hidden knowledge coming to light here. And I don't know, it just got like sort of like a secret society vibe. Like this is a group of people, a network of people. Their energy has been really cloaked. They've been working behind the scenes and they're being exposed here. But they're being exposed by something kind of funny. Like it's like there's almost something a little bit comical about it. I mean, I'm sure they don't find it that way, but there is something comical about it because they're getting like exposed through some meaningless garbage. It may even be through like some kind of gossip or like, you know, it's like going and treading into territory for some like really stupid, like superficial BS. And then finding something that implicates you in something you want to get as far away from it as you can because you recognize, you know, now it's like I'm playing with the big boys and I've gotten myself into some really tricky territory here and I'm about to lose big. I'm about to lose big. King Fancy could be blaming this all on Madame Rufflebonnet, and I think Madame Rufflebonnet wasn't aware of what she was messing with here. Yeah, I mean, she had no clue. She was dealing with a real anonymous kind of character. I don't know, anonymous might be coming into this. There might be a connection there. This could be a Gemini. Okay. They didn't think that, you know, this like more shadowy aspect of themselves was going to come to light. They thought that they would be able to have a new beginning. This also, to me, is like showing this is coming in the realm of communication. Interesting. There could be the pregnant babies. There could be a Gemini, a public figure that's going to be exposed for something that's going to take some kind of fall. Interesting. Because if somebody was a busybody, poking their nose in some business where they didn't belong, but I feel like whoever that character is who's exposing this, they're about to be in some deep doo-doo, man. Like something pretty heavy duty is about to go down here. There's somebody who's truly like behind the scenes of all this that's in a position of power. I got it like it's a character that comes off rather unassuming. They might even have some kind of like some kind of connection to like doing intel, you know. It could be like almost even like Secret Service kind of energy around this. I got, you know, this could be somebody who works in a position that you'd look at them and on the surface you would never suspect this person. You'd have no idea about their true identity. This is a very complex character, this rhubarb Tony here, but he's got a lot of truth he's armed with here. He may have, you know, really been able to figure out a certain trail here. It's like secret society stuff. It does have that energy that's very much connected to like, you know, it's got energy connected to that like whole the flow of traffic, you know what I'm saying? The flow of traffic. There's something that's being exposed here. Somebody's finding that they're connected to something maybe they didn't realize they were even tied to because of just areas that they started to snoop into, got them roped into something. I don't know. This Madame Rufflebonnet's taking the fall here, though. Taking the fall. And I do feel like somebody unassuming is taking this whole operation down. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. This is what's coming in next 72 hours. We're going to start to see the signs of this unfolding. It's funny. you know, the connection could have been found, you know, again, you know, it's funny. It's like we got this like sort of like future grandma energy, you know, coming in with the cat. And that cat, you know, it's got this third eye lit here. Like, yeah, it's really interesting. She's also got on this like space apparatus here. See, it does give those vibes of like somebody just like somebody that's just wanting to find some kind of meaningless garbage, you know, doing snooping around, obviously breaching security, stumbling across some secrets, but stepping into something that's like way over their head. And now they're connected to this, and all the connections are being revealed. It's like Fall Guy energy. It's like Fall Guy energy. Like somebody's getting set up to take a fall for somebody who's in a much higher position of power. That's what I see. Whoever this character is who kept butting their nose in other people's business and getting roped into this, they're really going to be having some regrets. I feel like they want to distance themselves from this, but it's like too late. Like somebody's being caught slipping here. Like Gemini energy coming in here. It looks like Aries energy armed with the truth. It makes me think of Neptune and Saturn currently in the house of Aries. So I do feel like there's some kind of illusion that's been seen through. Like there's something that's surfaced. And there's definitely something here with the feral nerd. Like this is related to really creepy activity going on. Somebody who's been wearing a false face here. This might be like somebody who normally keeps to themselves. They might be seen as kind of like a nerdy person, but they have real nasty urges. And maybe, ooh, this person might, I see. This person might get caught with their pants down, maybe by some kind of sting operation. There's like a connection with children here that's sinister. And I feel like somebody who is in a position of public standing here, like they've been wearing a false face and this person's getting exposed for these leanings. Somebody's caught them here. Somebody's armed with the truth and is like seen through some kind of deception, and they're exposing this individual. That's what it looks like. It's a heavy duty energy. I feel like this is more about like taking down a whole like network of people. A whole network of people, but it's sort of weird because it feels like it's getting exposed by somebody who just sort of like found themselves in over their head. Like they ended up walking right into like the snake's den. That's what it's got those vibes of, you know? They didn't realize like what they opened up here in snooping around, and it's like implicated them. Because I feel like whoever uncovered this, whatever they were doing to snoop around, they were moving illegally. Like they got themselves connected to this. Somebody here stands to lose real big. And again, it's like with these half price hot wings here on the bottom of the deck, it's like this is one of those things where this person had no idea what they were getting themselves into. That's what I got. And I don't even necessarily think that this individual is guilty of all this. You know, this is heinous, this energy here. I don't think that's what Madame Rufflebonnet is about at all. I think Madame Rufflebonnet is just a busybody and unfortunately got themselves in a real jam here, it looks like. I don't know how well they're going to do extricating themselves from this situation because it does look like somebody in a high profile position here might take a fall, okay? Some kind of communication is being exposed around this. Let me get some more details here in relation to this. What an intense message, man. But I can feel like something's brewing here. Yeah. Somebody is about to swim with the fishes. It's got that kind of energy. There's some kind of syndicate here that's like being exposed. Bottom feeder energy. There may even be a weapon recovered from a body of water that exposes this connection. It definitely has something to do with like traffic. I see it very clearly. Somebody's going to get caught with a smoking gun. Somebody definitely wandered off into the deep end with this energy here. It's kind of intense, man. I wish I would have just left this alone. I wish I wouldn't have gone digging. I wish I wouldn't have gone digging into this. Look at what I've tapped into this network of people with the orgy. It's not good. There's definitely somebody in a position of power here that knows what's up with this, and they got everything they need here. They are armed with truth. I feel like this is an individual that is taking a whole network of people down. That's what it looks like. And somebody's been wearing a false face and it's getting exposed. This person's getting caught slipping. I don't know. It's like maybe they're, maybe they distance themselves from this kind of activity for a while or something. And then it's like, one last time, just let me indulge one last time. Ugh. And they get popped. And there's something big about it. Yep, there's something big about it. They're getting caught. They're getting caught here with their hands in the honey pot. It's the elephant in the room. It's being exposed. All right. This is not any kind of minor energy here. This is a lot going down. Yeah, something that's had a stronghold for a long time is being moved out of a position of power here. Somebody's transforming this situation. Again, it's got secret society energy around it. That's what I feel. This is like a secret network of people that are being exposed. And what's funny is they're being exposed through their communication. It's got that kind of Gemini energy, but it's like by this like double caveman energy. You know what I mean? It's like whoever is exposing this is somebody that nobody would ever suspect would have the kind of wiles to be able to suss this out with the wolves. This person was able to pick up the scent of a trail. They knew where to look. They uncovered all of the information. They connected all the dots. And it led them straight to the exposure of what's been hidden under the light of the moon, and they're blowing the whistle on this, like they're bringing down a network of people. And with this, we got the greased priest. Okay, so yeah, this is somebody, you know, that likes to present a certain image. They come off as being about, you know, family values. This person comes off like they're squeaky clean, you know. And this is a very public figure. It could even be a religious figure that's taking a downfall here in relation to this. It's somebody who operates like from a very high pedestal they've put themselves on of having great morality, you know, that's being exposed for being quite the opposite. Quite the opposite here. They're being demasked. That's what I got, man. That's kind of a crazy energy to come through. I'm going to get the super awesome future cards on this just to see what wants to come out in relation to this. Oh, yeah, it's about to get all stirred up here with the blender. There's two people here in this blender, and they're very angry. We got 15 coming in here. It's like that devil energy. This devilish energy is getting caught up in their own trap. I feel it's Madame Ruffle Bonnet and King Fancy here getting caught up because of the exposure of some communication related to some traffic. And it brings down a whole network of people. And I feel like there's already like somebody that is sort of on a sting operation here, or has some kind of ties on that level, who's dug deep, and they've got the smoking gun, so to speak, to take these bottom feeders down. And it's just about to get whipped up into a frenzy here with the blender. All right, let's get some more details here. So this looks like this is a read that's more for the greater collective here. This feels like this is a big, like, public event going on here with somebody in a position of power. Somebody's got a kingdom, so to speak, okay? This isn't like a small energy. It feels much larger than that. But there's something being exposed here that's like shocking, okay? It's shocking. It's not what you think it is, okay? Because we all know there's very public trial going on right now, okay? This is bigger than that. This is something that's sort of like feels like it's coming out of left field, but it's because of some nosy person like seeking out information in relation to something else, like some breach of security for something that's kind of trite, man. And then they end up really just like finding themselves in hot water because they stepped into territory that they had no business poking around in. And it's putting them in a position where they're going to take a fall because, see, this group is breaking up here. Like, it's all coming undone. Like, there's some people here that are in need of rescue. This whole operation is going down. It came in before. I did a read about this a while ago. I'll put a link to it. There could be something going on around this, okay? Let's say the transporting of these goods that is connected to like a waterway, you know? This ship, this means of, you know, moving this cargo, let's call it, it's going down, like something's being exposed. And I do feel like there's somebody really brave here who's taking a stand for this, that's bringing this all down. Like, they don't got their head in the sand. Like, this person, you know, may have felt afraid entering into this. Like, somebody is being motivated by a sense of justice here. They're bringing about a turning of the wheel with the rider here. I feel like there's a lot that came to light for them with the new moon that came in Gemini. and they've started to sort of like suss something out here. There's some property that's connected to this, okay? There might even be the search of some property. Yeah, quite literally, like the security of somebody's kingdom has been compromised, like what they built's been compromised. And somebody's got like coordinates here, like they got a map. They found something here. They found something here and they're facing it head on. I feel like whoever this emperor character is, who's armed with this truth, this rhubarb Tony, man, he's bringing something down. This person ain't playing. Ted's all, Ted agrees with that. Whatever this is, these factions are breaking up. It's got vibes of every man for himself, but I feel like there's two that are really caught up here, caught up in this whirlwind. Something is really coming to a head with this, whatever this is. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, I feel like somebody got a little too greedy. You know what I mean? They got a little too greedy, and that's what exposed them. That's what exposed them. Someone got a little too greedy. This Grease priest got a little too greedy. Ugh. There's also, you know, vibes of like a money grab coming in here too. Of course, it's big business. Yeah. And somebody, you know, somebody's fleeing the scene. So do look for somebody to go ghost here. See that somebody's going to try to break away from this little rat pack here. And they're going to leave these two to take the fall while they run off and leave them, you know, to pay for what they did here. We got the queen, okay, coming in here again, number 2. All right. So I feel like there's somebody here who's cracked a code. They cracked a code. They figured out what's going on here. Comes in with the hawk medicine. It's got like strong Aries energy here. Okay, so this is like this emperor, empress energy. And it's successful. All right. What they're exposing here, this is successful. They're exposing this secret society here. It's all being revealed, and what was hidden is coming to light. These people are experiencing a big downturn of fortune here. What was hidden is being revealed, okay? Out of the deck. Interesting. Got happiness coming in here, and on the other side we have heart. I like how it's coming in with the children there, okay? So there might be some justice coming through yet. There might be justice coming through yet. And maybe what revealed the path that leads to this justice and gets to the other side of this suffering and what's been done in this situation that has been needing to be exposed for a long time. Something's being revealed here. And why? It's because somebody got greedy. Somebody got greedy. And there's some kind of trail here. It's related to assets, and that points out, you know, that points out where this adventure has taken this person, you know. Somebody's able to figure out where the snake's den is. That's what I got. And it's all coming up and out. Every last bit of it's about to be exposed.